3, 2, 1, Wacom. Hi guys, so Lawrence Man here, and we were woken up this morning by the news of the 32 Wacom Cintiq Pro. Okay, so yeah, let's get straight into this. This is the feature showcase for Wacom's brand new top of the line flagship for professionals. Yeah, very cool. Let's take a look straight at this and discuss afterwards. Here we go. So a reveal of the entirety. We can see it from the sides there. So there's something we didn't know about. 2 USB 3s and a headphone jack. On this we can see that this is a mock-up. This isn't actually photography. Natural pressure sensitivity on the pen with tilt support. We already know about this. This comes with a Pro Pen 2. Etched glass screen. Yep, okay, paper feel. You know about that if you've been following along closely with my videos. 4K and express key remote and the on-screen remote. This is what we wanted to see. I already knew about this. This is the Wacom Cintiq Pro Engine. I've wanted to tell you about this for so long. When I found out about the engine, I was so excited. Yes, I wanted to tell you about this. I've been dying to tell you about this. When Tech Man Joe told us about this, I was like, come on, yes, I want to tell you about this. I will give you more information very, very soon. It is interchangeable. If you don't want to fork out for this, if you don't want to pay for it, then you don't have to. So, you know, if you just want the Wacom, you don't have to pay for the Cintiq Pro Engine. If you do want it, then brilliant. And that means you don't have to have cables. You can just pick this up and move this around with you. If you want that giant 32-inch screen and you still want the portability, you know, obviously you're not going to be sitting it on your lap with you and moving everywhere, but say for giant design studios, kind of movie studios, they can take this out in the field with them. That's awesome power. You know, right there. This is pretty exciting for them. And you're not going to have all these cables. If you really want to, you can take this from the studio down into the living room. And that's pretty cool. So, yeah. That is awesome. Let's carry on for now. We'll talk about this more afterwards. So the Ergo Stand with tilt and rotate. That looks cool, rotating like that. One of the things that stopped me getting the Ergo Stand before and going for the Ergotron arms was the fact that I needed rotation. And lots of people have said, well, you can rotate in applications. True as that is, I want the physical rotation of my Wacom. You know, sometimes you just want to rotate that tiny bit and you don't want to do it in the app. Or sometimes you want to rotate your entire canvas, your entire tablet. So you can have, if I'm painting a portrait, it's better to rotate my tablet. So I've got an, you know, rather than having a maximum height, I've got my maximum height being the height of the tablet, the width of the tablet, because then it's even bigger, you know. And that's extremely cool when you're working on a portrait tablet and a portrait image together. So that is now extremely brilliant. I can't wait to try that out and show you that in studio. That will make, if you're not sure about that, then when I review that in studio, that will make a lot more sense. Moving on. The fact that we can use the 3D Pro Pen on this now, if you are a 3D artist, then the ability to use the 3D Pro Pen means a lot. You know, a lot of 3D artists at the moment, they don't have the option to use the 3D pen on the 27QHD. Having the ability to create 3D objects and work in 3D on that 32-inch screen, if you're an industry professional, is kind of like, boom, next step, next level. I'm not a 3D artist. You have seen my 3D work on the mobile studio. You've seen me do bits of it on this 27QHD touch that I have here as well. Hopefully what I'd like to do is get a little 3D printer in the studio as well and really experiment more in 3D. I really want to get further into 3D, push that, and I think having that ability to use the Pro Pen 3D on this larger Cintiq Pro will help a lot. And that's it, the trailer over. I do want to put a link in the description to the uninterrupted version without my commentary on YouTube's channel, because you might want to see that. I do want to point out this image that we did get to see a few days ago. This is a side view image. Now, I did comment on this on Twitter. If you do bother to follow me on Twitter, then you would have already heard my views on this. This is a simple side image. It shows, we know there are USB 3 ports. I didn't know if there were going to be any USB-C ports on the other side, but no, they're all USB 3 ports, both sides. And now we know there's a headphone jack thanks to this trailer. But, which is something we did ask for. But the port that we said we thought was an SD card port, and some people are not sure about what kind of port that is. I have counted the pins and checked the width. It is definitely an SD card port. If you're going to ask me what the difference is between, say, the 27QHD, is obviously the massive size, the fact that we now have the Pro Pen 2, which is the most advanced stylus bar none from anybody in the world. You know, the Apple Pencil can't come close, the Surface Pen can't come close. So they're the big differences. You got 4K if you want the engine, and that's the good thing, having the ability to decide. The ability to have the 3D pen if you're a 3D artist. It's all there. You decide. That's the point. I like the fact that we're getting all these choices. Now, the stand is separate, the 3D pen is separate. I know some people say, oh, the stand should be sold as part of it. Well, what if you're an Ergotron fan and you don't want to have to pay for the stand as part of that? And I never have done, not in the past. So I like that price to be held down and not have to pay for the stand as part of it. I'm going to get the stand this time because I want to review that for you guys. I am also going to review it on the Ergotron as well as the stand, so you can see the difference between the two and decide what you want to do. I'm going to show you it all. I'm going to show you full unboxing, full setup. I'm going to show you every corner and facet of the Cintiq Pro 32. Stay with me for this. I'm going to a launch event on the 6th. I am also going to show you that. May not be on the 6th, maybe on the 7th when I show you, because I'm going to have a good time. But yes, I shall speak to you soon. Ciao for now. Leave your comments. Make sure you subscribe so you can see all the details in the future. Bye.
Well, thanks for watching. Be sure to comment, like, and even subscribe to my channel, LAWRENCEcanDRAW. And if you really did like what you saw here, you can see more of it on my website, lawrenceman.co.uk. I'll see you next time.